Well, the British royals have posed for a new formal photograph. Of course, your eye is drawn to the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton, as it always is, because you just can't help but notice her. But you notice there, she's the only splash of color in this picture. But take a close look at her tiara.
If you look at the coronation footage, you'll see that everyone bows and curtsies to the king, and no one moves a limb, a muscle, when Camilla passes.
Just delighted and happy. And I'm amazed that she's been brave enough to take me on.
And I suppose in love.
Of course.
Whatever in love means.
Well, it
Put your own interpretation.
obviously means two very happy people.
Yes.
Well, from us, congratulations.
So let me ask you this. When was the last time a tiara caused this much drama inside royal circles? Right now, royal watchers cannot stop talking. Kate stepped out wearing Princess Diana's famous Cambridge lover's knot tiara, and reports claim Camilla was deeply upset. This is not just another royal fashion headline. It is a moment packed with symbolism, history, emotion, and palace tension, all wrapped in diamonds and pearls. And once you understand what this tiara represents, it starts to look like much more than expensive jewelry. Many see it as a powerful reminder of the past, carrying connections to some of the most talked about women in royal history. That is why this appearance has people buzzing everywhere. Before getting into the meaning behind it, let's talk about the tiara itself. According to jeweller Stephen Stone, the Cambridge Lover's Knot tiara is estimated to be worth around $135 million. Some experts believe its value could be even greater because of the legendary royal figures who have worn it. Think about that for a second, roughly $135 million sitting on Kate's head during a state banquet. This is not just an accessory. It is one of the most recognizable royal treasures in existence. The tiara was created in 1913 by Garrard, the first official crown jeweler for Queen Mary. Its story is just as remarkable as its price tag. Queen Mary based the design on a headpiece owned by her grandmother, Princess Augusta of Hesse. The original Cambridge Lover's Knot tiara is believed to be in a private collection and has not been publicly seen for years. To bring her vision to life, Queen Mary even had another piece from her collection, the Ladies of England tiara, taken apart and used in the creation of this new design. That shows just how much this look meant to her. The tiara itself is stunning. It features 19 sparkling diamond arches, elegant lover's knot bows, and 19 dangling pear-shaped baroque pearls that catch the light from every angle. But there is another reason it became famous. It is incredibly heavy. Diana wore the lover's knot at many major events, even though reports say it often caused headaches and discomfort. Even so, she continued to wear it, making it one of the most unforgettable pieces linked to her royal image. The tiara did not stay frozen in time. It evolved, shaped by Queen Mary's vision and royal tradition. When Queen Mary passed away in 1953, the tiara was inherited by her granddaughter, Queen Elizabeth II. The Queen wore it on several occasions during the 1950s, but as time went on, she appeared to favour other famous pieces, including the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Eventually, the lover's knot spent long periods out of the spotlight, tucked away and waiting for its next major chapter. And that chapter arrived with Diana! When people think of Princess Diana, they often remember her compassion, her global influence, her unforgettable style, and the challenges she faced throughout her life. Among royal fans, few pieces of jewellery are connected to her image as strongly as the Cambridge Lover's Knot tiara. Over time, it became more than a royal accessory. It became one of the symbols most associated with her public role. In 1981, Queen Elizabeth II reportedly lent the Lover's Knot tiara to Diana as a wedding gift. Even so, Diana chose to wear her family's Spencer tiara on her wedding day, honouring her own family history. But after becoming Princess of Wales, the Lover's Knot gradually became one of the pieces most closely linked to her royal identity. Despite its weight and reports that it sometimes caused discomfort, Diana continued wearing it at many important events. The tiara suited her striking appearance perfectly. Its design framed her face beautifully, and it quickly became a favourite subject for photographers. Some of the most memorable images of Diana feature the Lover's Knot sparkling under bright lights at state dinners, galas, and royal engagements. Those photographs travelled across newspapers and magazines around the world, helping turn the tiara into a global icon. Over the years, Diana alternated between the lover's knot and her family's Spencer diamond tiara. Reports suggested the lover's knot could be uncomfortable because of its weight, which may explain why she sometimes chose the Spencer tiara instead. Still, she continued wearing the lover's knot on many important occasions, reinforcing its place as one of the most recognizable symbols of her years as Princess of Wales. When Charles and Diana divorced in 1996, reports indicated that the Cambridge lover's knot tiara was returned to Queen Elizabeth II. Although the Queen had allowed Diana to wear it, the tiara remained part of the royal collection rather than Diana's personal property. After the divorce, she retained personal items and gifts, but official royal jewels, including the famous tiara, stayed with the crown. For many royal watchers, this marked a bittersweet moment. The tiara had become one of the symbols most closely associated with Diana during her years as Princess of Wales. Seeing it leave her possession felt like the end of an era. Then, just 1 year later, tragedy struck. Diana died in a car crash in Paris on the 31st of August, 1997, a loss that stunned people around the world and left a lasting impact on the royal family and the public alike. After her death, the Cambridge lover's knot tiara largely disappeared from public view. For years, it remained out of the spotlight, stored within the royal collection. Because the piece was so strongly connected to Diana's image, every appearance of it carried powerful memories and emotions. As a result, the tiara seemed to enter a long period of quiet absence from major public events. Nearly 2 decades passed before the famous headpiece made a major comeback. In 2015, Catherine, then the Duchess of Cambridge, and later Princess of Wales, brought the lover's knot back into the headlines. Its return immediately sparked comparisons, memories, and endless discussion among royal fans around the world. But this story is about more than diamonds and pearls. For many observers, it also reflects resilience, public duty, and navigating intense scrutiny during difficult times. The last time Kate wore a tiara before her extended absence was in December 2023. At Buckingham Palace's annual diplomatic reception, she appeared wearing Queen Mary's lover's knot tiara and a sparkling pink Jenny Packham gown. She looked elegant and confident, and at the time, it seemed like another routine royal event. But within weeks, everything would change dramatically. In March 2024, Kate revealed that she had been diagnosed with cancer. As she underwent treatment, she stepped back from many public duties and appearances. The royal schedule continued with state visits, ceremonies, and official events, while Kate focused on her recovery away from the public eye. During that period, the tiara remained unworn, becoming a quiet reminder of her absence from major royal occasions. Although Kate did not wear a tiara during the Qatar state visit in December 2024, her appearance still drew major attention. She joined the welcome for the Emir of Qatar and his wife, choosing a daytime look instead of formal evening attire. There was no glittering crown and no grand banquet fashion moment, but her presence sent a message all the same. She had returned to public duties and remained determined to move forward despite the challenges she had faced. Kate later spoke openly about how challenging life was after cancer treatment. She explained that while undergoing treatment, there was often pressure to stay positive and keep moving forward, but adjusting to everyday life afterward proved difficult in its own way. Those honest reflections gave the public a rare glimpse into what she had been facing behind the scenes. Then came a royal appearance that captured attention around the world. On the 8th of July 2025, Kate attended a state banquet at Windsor Castle in honour of French President Emmanuel Macron. For the occasion, she wore the famous Cambridge lover's knot tiara. After spending much of 2024 away from public duties while focusing on her health, her return to such a high-profile event carried extra significance. As she entered the room, many observers immediately noticed the sparkling tiara that had become so closely linked to royal history and Princess Diana. Wearing a striking red Givenchy gown decorated with diamonds, Kate commanded attention throughout the evening. The tiara glittered under the lights, creating one of the most talked-about royal fashion moments of the year. To many royal fans, the image symbolized resilience, recovery, and a return to public life after an incredibly difficult period. Kate paired the lover's knot with a dramatic red cape-style dress created by Sarah Burton for Givenchy, the designer best known for creating her wedding gown. Royal watchers quickly pointed out the connection. For many, the choice seemed rich with symbolism, linking one important chapter of her life with another. Every detail appeared carefully considered, adding even more meaning to the occasion. Less than a year later, the tiara returned to the spotlight once again. On the 18th of March, 2026, during the Nigerian state banquet, Kate wore the lover's knot for the first time that year. She paired it with an elegant gown by Andrew Gunn and earrings that had once belonged to Queen Elizabeth II. The appearance drew widespread attention and sparked plenty of discussion among royal followers. The date carried another layer of interest because it fell close to Mother's Day celebrations in Britain. Some royal commentators suggested the tiara choice may have served as a subtle tribute to important maternal figures in Prince William's life, including his mother Diana and his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. While that interpretation remains speculation, it highlights how much symbolism people often attach to royal jewelry. This is why the story of the lover's knot goes far beyond celebrity headlines. Royal historians, commentators, and fans frequently ask the same question: why does Kate continue returning to this particular tiara? The royal collection contains many remarkable pieces, yet the lover's knot remains her most frequently worn choice. Over nearly 15 years as a senior royal, she has worn 5 different tiaras, but this one stands above the rest, having appeared around 15 times. That pattern has not gone unnoticed. Many see it as a deliberate and consistent choice rather than a random fashion decision. Former royal butler Grant Harold has suggested that Kate's preference for the lover's knot may carry deeper meaning than people first realize, adding another fascinating layer to the story surrounding one of the monarchy's most recognizable jewels. Grant Harold has said that the Cambridge lover's knot tiara clearly appears to be one of Kate's favorite royal pieces. According to him, the tiara suits her style perfectly and complements many of the formal occasions where it is worn. But he also believes there may be a deeper emotional connection behind her decision to return to it so often. Harold has suggested that Kate's frequent choice of the lover's knot could be a way of honouring the memory of her late mother-in-law, Princess Diana. As Princess of Wales, Kate now holds the same title that Diana once carried, making the connection especially meaningful. He believes that by wearing a tiara so strongly associated with Diana, Kate may be helping preserve her legacy within the modern royal family. When Prince William sees the tiara, many royal watchers believe it may naturally bring back memories of his mother. While no one can know exactly what he feels, the symbolism is difficult to ignore. For many people following the royal family, the lover's knot represents more than diamonds and pearls. It represents a link between generations and a visible connection to one of the most influential royal figures of the modern era. Viewed from that perspective, Kate is doing far more than selecting a beautiful accessory for a state banquet. Every appearance of the tiara can be seen as a tribute to royal history, and to a woman whose influence is still felt decades later. It is an emotional layer that many people may not immediately notice when looking at photographs from royal events. Harold has also noted that Kate has honoured Diana's memory in other ways over the years. One of the most famous examples is her engagement ring, which originally belonged to Diana. In April 2023, Kate shared that the ring fit her perfectly, without needing any adjustments, something she described as especially meaningful. That small detail added another personal connection to a piece already filled with history. Kate never had the opportunity to meet Princess Diana, who died in 1997 at the age of 36. At the time, Prince William was 15 and Prince Harry was 12. Even so, many observers feel Kate has shown respect for Diana's legacy through both her public role and her thoughtful choices over the years. The lover's knot tiara has become one of the most visible examples of that connection. The tiara itself carries a remarkable story. Featuring a classic design of sparkling diamonds and elegant pear-shaped pearls, it was originally created for Queen Mary. Over the decades, it has been worn by generations of royal women, passing through moments of celebration, change, and history. Once closely associated with Diana, and now frequently worn by Kate, The lover's knot continues to symbolize both royal tradition and enduring family connections. Each time Kate wears the Cambridge lover's knot tiara, she also carries the history attached to it. The piece links Queen Mary, Queen Elizabeth II, Princess Diana, and now Catherine, Princess of Wales. That long royal lineage is one reason every appearance of the tiara attracts so much attention and sparks so much discussion. Now we come to the part of the story that sets social media buzzing. Following the Nigerian state banquet on the 18th of March 2026, royal fans across platforms began debating the significance of Kate's tiara choice and what it might mean within the wider royal family. Much of the speculation centered on Queen Camilla and reports of possible tensions behind palace walls. At the state banquet held for the President and First Lady of Nigeria at Windsor Castle, Queen Camilla appeared wearing the Belgian sapphire tiara, a striking piece associated with the late Queen Elizabeth II. She also paired it with Cartier bracelets linked to the Queen Mother and a diamond necklace connected to her family history. Camilla's look drew considerable attention and was widely discussed by royal commentators. Then Kate arrived wearing the famous lover's knot tiara. Almost immediately, royal watchers began comparing the two appearances and discussing the symbolism behind Kate's choice. According to various media reports and unnamed royal sources, there have long been claims of occasional tension between different members of the royal family. Some reports suggested that Kate's high-profile appearance in one of the most recognizable tiaras in the royal collection fueled further speculation. However, these claims remain unconfirmed and should be viewed as reports rather than established facts. To understand why the discussion became so intense, it helps to remember the history surrounding Diana. For decades, Diana has remained one of the most admired and talked about figures in modern royal history. Her legacy continues to generate enormous public interest, and the lover's knot tiara is one of the items most strongly associated with her image. As a result, whenever Kate wears the tiara, social media often lights up with comparisons between the two women. Photos of Diana and Kate wearing the same piece are frequently shared side by side, sparking conversations about royal history, continuity, and the enduring influence of Diana's legacy. That powerful association helps explain why every appearance of the lover's knot continues to make headlines and generate debate years later. Kate Middleton's decision to wear Queen Mary's famous lover's knot tiara has been widely viewed as a tribute to important figures in royal history, including Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Diana. The historic piece, originally created in 1913, remains one of the most recognizable jewels in the royal collection and is often valued at around £1 million or more, depending on the estimate. Every time it appears, it immediately becomes the center of attention. Palace supporters and royal commentators often describe Kate's choice as a respectful nod to royal tradition and continuity, but there is no denying that the tiara's connection to Diana remains incredibly powerful. Whenever Kate wears it, memories of Diana quickly return to the public conversation, and images of the two women are once again compared across newspapers, television broadcasts, and social media platforms around the world. Some reports and royal commentators have claimed that this ongoing focus on Diana may be difficult for Camilla. However, accounts about her personal feelings vary widely and are largely based on speculation from unnamed sources. What is clear is that Diana's legacy continues to hold a unique place in the public imagination decades after her death. Her influence remains a major part of any discussion involving the lover's knot tiara. That is why this story goes far beyond a piece of jewelry. The tiara has become a symbol tied to history, legacy, public memory, and the changing roles of royal women across generations. Every appearance sparks conversations about the past, while also raising questions about the future of the monarchy. In many ways, the lover's knot represents more than sparkling diamonds and pearls. It connects different eras of the royal family through a single piece of history. Since joining the royal family nearly 15 years ago, Kate has worn 5 different tiaras, yet the lover's knot remains her most frequently chosen piece. That fact alone has not gone unnoticed by royal watchers. For many observers, this repeated choice carries significance. Whether viewed as a tribute to Diana, a reflection of Kate's personal style, or a symbol of continuity within the monarchy, the message is clear. the lover's knot remains one of the most meaningful and talked about royal jewels in the world today. Kate has worn several remarkable tiaras over the years, including the striking Oriental circlet, which she debuted at a German state banquet in December 2025. The historic piece had reportedly not been seen publicly for around 2 decades and features roughly 2,600 diamonds arranged in an intricate design with strong Indian-inspired influences. Its return immediately caught the attention of royal watchers and jewelry experts alike. Even with access to some of the most famous jewels in the world, Kate often returns to a select group of favourite pieces. That pattern has led many royal commentators to believe her choices are about more than appearance alone. Every tiara helps tell a story about her role, her public image, and the kind of queen many expect her to become in the future. Former royal butler Grant Harold has suggested that Kate understands the monarchy is evolving. According to him, the future reign of William and Kate will naturally differ from that of Queen Elizabeth II, reflecting a more modern era and a different relationship with the public. In that context, even fashion choices can carry symbolic meaning and attract intense interest. Many royal observers see that symbolism reflected in Kate's jewelry selections. The lover's knot tiara is often viewed as a tribute to royal history and to Diana's enduring legacy, while pieces like the Oriental circlet can signal a willingness to embrace new chapters and fresh interpretations of royal tradition. Each appearance sparks discussion about where the monarchy is headed next. Since marrying Prince William in 2011, Kate has worn several tiaras from the royal collection, including the Cartier halo, the lotus flower tiara, the lover's knot tiara, and the Strathmore rose tiara. The addition of the Oriental circlet has expanded that collection even further. Every choice appears carefully considered, adding another layer of meaning to major royal events. At the heart of many of these conversations remains the memory of Princess Diana. Although Kate never had the chance to meet her, she has spoken warmly about Diana's importance to the family. Reflecting on what Diana might have meant to her children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, Kate once said, "We miss her every day." That simple statement continues to resonate with royal fans around the world and helps explain why Diana's legacy remains such a powerful part of the story today. This glimpse into the royal family's story reveals just how much meaning can be carried by a single piece of jewelry. Every time Kate chooses the Cambridge Lover's Knot tiara, many royal watchers see it as a respectful tribute to history, family, and the people who helped shape the monarchy we know today. At her first state banquet in nearly 2 years, Kate made a memorable return in a stunning deep red Givenchy silk gown, paired with the famous Lover's Knot tiara. The dazzling headpiece, once closely associated with Princess Diana, has become one of Kate's most recognizable royal choices. By wearing it, she creates a visible link between past and present, while honoring a royal figure whose legacy continues to resonate around the world. For many observers, the moment symbolized resilience, continuity, and a return to public duties following a challenging period in her life. Whether viewed as a tribute to Diana, a nod to royal tradition, or simply a reflection of Kate's personal style, the tiara continues to carry powerful meaning every time it appears. What do you think about Kate's decision to keep wearing the Lover's Knot tiara? Is it a tribute to Diana, a symbol of royal continuity, or both? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest royal stories, history, and updates.